In this video we will attempt to flush the power steering fluid and change these rubber hoses. I don't know how clear it is to see, but you know, they are pretty damp from something. I think it's oil, and when I read on the hoses I can see that they are not suited for oil, but rather they are water hoses. So I don't want to have them on this car, and will change them to rubber hoses that are suited for oil. So there's one there and one there that needs to be changed. I need to flush the reservoir here. Just get this knot off, and then let me get the lid off here. Yeah, here we go. So you can see this is the first version of the power steering pump and the reservoir. So it's an old style filter. So I'll flush the liquid down there with the syringe, get that out. Then I'll put in some new Lenkgetriebeöl from Liqui Moly, and then what was not on the car was this lid from Mercedes 00236 0076, and this lid is supposed to go on top of the filter down there. I did change the filter last year, so I'll just get that out, get the fluid out, and then I'll flush the system a couple of times with new fluid, so it is completely fresh. I did change the fluid also last year when I changed the filter, so I think the filter is going to be okay. In any event, I'll not change it. So let me first get the fluid out and then change the rubber hoses. So I just finished pulling out the fluid down here, and here is the filter. It's an old style filter, looks okay, nothing particular to be noted here, so I'll put that on this piece of paper. And when you look down in the reservoir, it actually looks pretty clean, doesn't it? Nothing here to be particularly worried about. When I put my finger down here, nothing particular, nothing, no shavings, no nothing. So I think that looks fine. So next step, pull out the hoses, and I will put a bottle underneath, because there will be some fluid in the rubber hoses, so I don't want to get that all over the place. So this was the first hose, clamped on and cut to length, and then next up, the next hose. As you can see, a bit of fluid came out of the pipe there, but that was okay, it was manageable. So let's continue. Well, after a bit of finagling here, the second hose came on. So now we have both hoses, and I must remind you that these are low pressure hoses. The high pressure hose is this one. So this looks pretty good, so I'm not going to do anything about that. So these are only the low pressure hoses. So the reservoir is still empty. So now I'll fill this up with the Liqui Moly, and then begin to exchange the whole thing, and repeatedly, you know, fill in new fluid, suck it out with the syringe, and then change all the time, and then at the end bleed the system. So I am running the engine now, as you can see. I have done flushing out the old fluid. This is the third turn that I'm doing right now. So I'm turning the steering wheel in the cabin to flush out and get the pump working. As you can see, there's still a lot of air in the reservoir. So I'll do one more flush and then button it up. Then the bleeding is stopped and done, and I of course had the car up on the jack, so I could turn the wheels unhindered. So now is only left to put in the filter and this plate, and the plate is supposed to be like that. So with this small knob or whatever we should call it pointing upwards, and this small thingy, this indentation fits so that the filter doesn't move down in the reservoir. So I'll put the filter in, plop that in, make sure that it is more or less in the middle of the reservoir. I think it's almost pretty much there. And then we need to put this in. So I'll put this over the and put that down there over the filter. Then we take the spring, put that on top, and then lastly the lid, put that on here. So let's see, where is, there we are, and you can see the spring is working. It is pushing up the lid, so it is as it's supposed to be. And the screw right here, put that on nice and easy. There you go. Tight that down so we don't have any leaks. And speaking about leaks, I have of course checked that there isn't any leak somewhere. This spill here is just because I've been making a mess. So yeah, all is good. Job done.